Hello, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. The news: the gold price has made a run at its highest ever level, one reached in August 2011. But first up today, there was another dairy auction overnight and prices were basically stable, even if slightly down on the soft side. They were down 0.7% overall in US dollar terms and down 1.9% in New Zealand dollar terms. The key whole milk powder price actually rose 0.6%, as did the cheese price, but most other lines dipped, especially butter, which was down almost 5%. The key here, however, is that overall it cements in the prior auction's 8% rise, so this one poses no threat to the farm gate milk prices. In the US, retail sales rose at a 1.9% rate from the prior week, but are still down 7.5% from the same week a year ago, and that's a steeper year-on-year decline than we saw last week. In China, we're keeping an eye on the flooding situation, which seems to be worsening. The alert level at the massive Three Gorges Dam is at its highest level now. There is potential for a major disaster here. And the Australian government has extended its payroll support program for another 6 months, through to March 2021, but cut the level of payments sharply, especially for part-time workers. It is estimated that 2.5 million people will move off the program in its revised form, leaving only 1 million on it. And it is expected that 500,000 people will move on to their unemployment benefit. After nearly 5 days of intense haggling, the EU has done a €750 billion stimulus deal. It's notable for some of its first. European countries will raise large sums of money by selling bonds collectively rather than individually, and much of the money will be handed out to member nations hardest hit by the pandemic as grants that do not have to be repaid. And the gold price will start today sharply higher at $1,843 an ounce, which is a large 1.5% daily rise, or up $27 an ounce overnight. The highest price ever was at $1,918 an ounce on August 22nd, 2011. The highest daily close was $1,895 an ounce on September the 5th, 2011. And oil prices are up about $1 today, and are just under $42 a barrel in the US, and the international price is just over $44 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will start today sharply firmer against the greenback, which has sunk in overnight trade. And it's now at 66.4 US cents, almost its highest level of the year. But other currencies have also gained sharply against the US dollar, so we're down more than half a cent to 93.1 Australian cents, and against the euro we're fairly stable at 57.6 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is now at 70.3 and still broadly at the level of the last 3 weeks. I'm David Chaston. It was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.